Hello gamers and welcome back to another Platinum video. Today I platinumed Cuphead. If you don't know what Cuphead is, it's a 2D game that's set in the 1930s and feels absolutely great. It also has the most extremely difficult bosses I've ever gone against, where I died and died and died over and over. If you watch until the end of the video, I'll tell you how many times I died, and I can tell you, you don't want to miss that. Anyway, this game has 28 trophies, including the Platinum, with one of the most difficult trophies being to complete this game on Expert mode, which was a nightmare to do. Also, make sure to subscribe, since at 300 subscribers, I'm going to be selling my soul to the Elden Ring Platinum. With that, welcome to Cuphead. Upon opening the game, I start a new save and get shown the main story, where we have Cuphead and Mugman, who accidentally went to the casino because they were bored and won big until they lost it all in a dice throw. In order to forgive their debt, Cuphead and Mugman would have to go collect everyone's souls around all the islands and the enemies of this game. With that, the Teapot Man sent us to the tutorial area, where I learned the basic mechanics of the game, and got a coin. Then I got 3 more coins from the apple guy I talked to, and I purchased Spread Shot from the shop. As I'm a pro player, I tried out the run and gun level in order to get some more money so I could buy some new weapons, and I was brutally humbled by this game's difficulty, which is not easy, and I died 10 times before getting the 1 trophy, not even for beating the level, but for getting parries. This game is very stupid and I hated it at this moment. Eventually I finished this level, thinking that I'm never gonna have to play this stupid level ever again.
Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
So, what's next? It's just a secret path that leads to absolutely nowhere and nothing important. So, we're gonna go find the real boss, which is the vegetable people. Oh, they're dead. Surprisingly, I did this boss first try and killed all the salad people with relative ease, as they are the easiest boss in the game. So, good thing I can actually complete them in my first attempt. Also went and did a little mausoleum to get a super, and that was pretty easy. I'm not that bad at the game. What did you expect out of me? Hey, at least I did that on my second attempt. I'm not that bad. Now I gotta go fight some big balls right now, which likes to try and fisk me the whole time, if you know what I'm saying. This boss decides to completely kill itself in the end, and becomes Gravestone, which I eventually knocked out after a few deaths, making it quite easy, as it's still the first island. But easy is very short-lived, and now we have to fight a damn plane. Or whatever this is. This boss is a big pain in the ass, and has 5 different stages where we'll have to go through in order to kill it. The first stage is really easy, where we just dodge these, and it's very simple. But you're wrong if you think that, as these turret things that be very annoying, and I actually hate sometimes since the shotgun one sucks. Second stage is a bull that tries to surround you, and that's it, with nothing else. And then we go to the default stage, which is tornadoes, and they get launched at you. So have fun with that. That's very fun. The 4th stage is the summoning twins, which have lightning rods that just follow you and chase you, and I don't know how to dodge these, I just got lucky. After that we got the 4th stage again, where we have more tornadoes and more shotguns, which is very fun. But then finally we get to the real pain, the UFO stage, which is just a big moon that we have to fight. And it has these UFOs I have no idea how to dodge. They got different colors, I don't know what they mean. They just do different things. And I had fun with that. Great things, this boss is dead, and I never want to see this boss ever again. Next up was another run and gun level, which was very fun. And by fun, I mean I got a trophy and kept on dying. But alas, I got all the coins and finished the level. And alas, we're now on Cagney, the hardest boss I would say on Inkwell Isle One, which is just an absolute pain to fight. You see, this boss shoots out these seed things that you're meant to dodge and parry the pink ones, but since I kinda suck at the game, this happens. This boss was very fun though, and when I did beat him I was very happy, since I spent a bit of time on him. Not even close, I can do this anytime. I then tried my luck on leaving the island, but the dice man told me to piss off, and I had to go fight the last boss, so that was fun. And I had a real blast on him. These twins do a few things, such as these fireflies that you use a scatter shot to beat, and these air balls that you gotta jump over parry. But I just use tracers, since yeah, it's kinda good, I feel. We also got some other stuff, such as whatever this is, and gambling. Yeah, so our stage of this game, well, this stage is gambling. So you better hope you don't get the lion, or you'll have an absolute blast like I did when I played this game, and die. Luckily though, after a few attempts and getting lucky with RNG, I got a few snakes, and yeah, I had fun. I beat it. Thus concluding Inkwell Isle One. We unlock the next place where we go meet a genie. Never mind that. Let's actually go fight the candy person. You see, I struggled this boss a lot since the genie is kinda a flying level, which I don't like. And he has a really stupid stage 1 and 2 where these random objects fire at you and I don't know how to dodge them, and yeah, that's a blast. So anyway, let's go to the candy person. This boss was significantly easier as you can just run away from the big things chasing you. There are around 4 things such as the candy cane, the waffle, the gumball machine, and the cupcake. You have to fight 2 of them in order to fight the main boss, which is just the candy lady on a big castle. And it surprisingly didn't take me that long, being only around 20 minutes since starting the boss fight. Also did a little run and gun level, and didn't get hit a single time, making me a professional gamer on Cuphead. I also got a trophy for this, which is very good. Mausoleum was around the corner, and we did that for a nice super too, which is probably one of the best supers in the game since it gives you like iframes for like 20 seconds. Sadly, it was completely useless against Jimmy the Great, where I spent a little bit of time fighting him. That took 30 minutes out of my life, by the way. Meet Grim Matchstick, one of the hardest bosses in Inkwell Isle 2 and maybe even the game. He is a relatively simple boss with a few phases. First stage being fireballs and a tail, something very easy. However, stage 2 gets a bit more harder when you got these 5 people, but if you learn how to dodge them, and don't be like me, it'll be great. But the real difficulty is in stage 3, where you got these random fire things, and if you hit them, they turn into 4 different projectiles. Sadly, I used a targeting thing, which meant that I could always hit them, and that kinda made the runs look like this. I might have died a few times, and I think this boss probably has over like majority of my deaths in this game, as I spent like 2 hours on him, and this is only like the beginning part of this death sequence. It's quite sad, but I'll skip over until near the end where I finally did it. In the middle of actually fighting him, I left Mr. Grim Matchstick, and I actually went to the Balloon Man, where I ended up beating him since it wasn't that bad or hard. Very fun fight, did a few roller coaster stuff, but good. Good. Better time, and I can tell you this guy is very mediocre. It's a plain level, which makes me depressed, and we have the Jimmy Neutron baby that can kill itself since it sucks fighting. Otherwise from that, it's relatively easy. Good mechanics, I think. It's just a fun level, except for that baby. I hate him so much. This trophy indicates that we're now on the last big island for the game, Inkwell Isle 3. This is where the bosses get a lot harder and a lot more plain levels, so that's gonna be fun. The Hive boss here got so bad and I died so many times. I actually just waited here, looking at the title screen, thinking what I'm doing with life, playing Cuphead. I died the next try. So, death compilation. This game is way too easy, 1 HP. We then got the boat boss up next, having a very nice fight I think is very enjoyable and underrated. It's got 2 phases where we have the barrel and the shark with random stuff that can come out, which is good. And then we got the second phase, which is just a big laser beam and these weird dodgeable things. While they're not hard, they aren't the easiest things, but you can get them, it's pretty easy. Did this in like 20 minutes maybe. A bit longer. Checking my list of bosses, it's probably the best to do the easier ones first, so we can, you know, progress to the game, I guess. And we did that by going to the theater boss and cause a divorce, which is fun. By this far, this is the easiest boss on this island, and it's dead easy. This person is not a hard boss. It's, yeah, that's literally it. It's quite easy phases, so I'm just gonna skip this. Train is next, and it's pretty fun. We started with a train, as you can guess, and we parry the left and the right in order to move. First stage is pretty easy with just some eyeballs being thrown at us, and the second stage is pretty similar with just some hands that we have to move left and right. Third stage is around the same level where we just got these two things just blowing out fire, and if you hit them, they're easy. The fourth stage though is where it gets hard, as I am physically blind and cannot see these large boomerangs moving around the map and killing me. This causes some really stupid deaths that I could have avoided. Okay, this one I'm just brain dead here, I don't know how I didn't see that. At last, I finally defeated this boss, and I go straight to the next one, where I met a German monk who died as fast as I met him, because he's just weak. Good boss fight, but he's just like not that hard. And back to another plane level, which is great. I spent around 30 minutes fighting this stone person who's just I don't even know how to describe this person. This boss fight is just, you can just see how it went. It went horrible. It is my fault though, since we have a controller that has a joystick, and I didn't really use that when I was in the stone stage. So I kinda just died until I eventually beat this boss and kinda went outside to just see this glorious moment. And it's all fun and games until you realize that the next boss I have to fight is another plane level, which is one of the hardest in the game also, making it even more fun. Thank you Cuphead. It's probably better to show you the pain I had to go through, since I was stuck on him for over an hour, getting pissed off on how I was doing so well in the beginning, and then completely fumbling on his second stage. It was just on his head, and then the weird damn gem face. It was an absolute pain in the ass to try and do. Of course, I eventually did beat him, and I actually got a trophy for completing Inkwell Island 3 as a whole, since he was the last boss, relieving me from this torture hellhole. Hell was right around the corner though. Literally, I was in hell. I had to go gamble my life away with Mr. King Dice, and basically he has mini bosses that you have to go fight with the dice, and yeah, that's quite fun. It sounds simple until you actually get sent to the beginning and get that start over, which is so fun, where you fight more bosses, and I am actually an idiot and don't know how to use a dice, meaning I have spent a lot of fun times on this boss fight. Hey look, at least I got a trophy after like 30 death attempts, you know, that's fun. Yeah, I died a few times. Eventually I got this run where I beat the boss, but the worst part was definitely his cards, since it was right at the end and it just ruins the run and I die instantly. I can't use them at all, I can't parry at all to save the life of me. With that jumble of fun all over, I quickly got the sellout trophy, finishing one of the endings for the game, since it just skips the boss and we just turn evil. I then reloaded and began the journey of fighting the devil himself, and that went as expected. What do you know, after only like an hour I beat this boss. Anyway, with the main game all over, we're gonna go to the second stage of the trophy hunt. We're just doing some of the collectibles and other trophies, such as going into a little B plane and killing some bosses, and doing these S ranks and A minuses in all the islands. Then we got a trophy for saving all the people on the islands. Some of the last cleanup trophies in the game were get 4 parries in a row, which I got at the Mausoleum, since I kinda disregarded this one and forgot about it in Inkwell Island 3. We also got the last super of the game, giving another trophy for that. Then got all the coins for the running gun levels, and then eventually got all the coins around the map. With these coins I purchased all the stuff in the shop, getting me another trophy. I want to then focus on getting all the bosses on Inkwell Island 1 to an A- level to get a trophy, which means you gotta get all these parries and the supers in a boss fight to get it. That took me a few attempts on along of the bosses, but eventually I did get it. In an attempt to get the Bravo Zulu P26 trophy, I had to kill a boss with a mini plane, and I kinda suck so much that I got a genie to give me 3 wishes, and used one of them to get more hearts. And that got me an achievement for 9 total hearts, which is DLC specific, which means we don't actually need this for the platinum, but yeah, it's here anyway. It's pretty cool. The next focus was getting a S rank on one of the bosses, and I actually did that on the Ball Man, which was pretty easy, as it isn't that hard of a boss, but it's still pretty cool. I then went to the Candy Lady again for Inkwell Isle 2, since I need to get an A- on it, and I actually got it after a few attempts. Surprisingly not that long, being like 20 minutes, which is kind of the best out of all the bosses that I've done this. I decided it was finally time to do all the pacifist runs on the run and gun levels, which was initially easy, with the first few levels being like none and no real actual enemies to fight, but it got really hard near the end, where I kinda died a lot and spent 3 or 2 hours of my life trying to complete this. But I did eventually get it, making me very happy that I don't have to play these games or these levels ever again. Finally, we then got Inkwell Isle 3 to clean up and get those A-, which was pretty good, and I got them relatively easy. The plane trophy was also completed, and this took way too long. I don't even want to talk about it, how there were 8 minutes each one, and I messed up so many times at the end. Just great, that's finished. Hell then was next, where we got the A- finally for dice, and I kinda got good a bit in this one. I got decent. You might be wondering, what's the last trophy that I have to do before the platinum? Well, you see, I have to complete every single boss again on expert mode, since I was just playing the regular difficulty. So yeah, I could show you every single boss fight again, and that'd probably make like a 30-minute video, but I'm not going to do that, since I actually have to upload this video this time, and this is probably taking me around a week or two of bad editing. So yeah, I think I'm just going to skip that and just go to the end. The final boss for the game was the bird guy, and he was good. I don't know why I left him at the end. He's kind of like a hard, I heard. I just kind of left him. I did the harder ones early on. So yeah, he was fun. I'm happy this game's done. Experience was pretty good. With the platinum popping off, I'm happy to say that this game is done, and I'm the best YouTuber you've ever watched. You should totally subscribe right now, or I'm gonna force you to play Cuphead. Also, I died 500 times. It's only a few times, you know?